Marie Curie, a name synonymous with groundbreaking scientific discovery, resilience, and female empowerment, is one of the most celebrated figures in science history. As a physicist and chemist, she made revolutionary contributions to our understanding of radioactivity, a term she coined herself, and became the first woman to win a Nobel Prize. More impressively, she remains the only person in history to win Nobel Prizes in two different scientific fields, physics and chemistry. However, Marie Curie's legacy extends far beyond her scientific accomplishments. Her life story is one of overcoming societal and institutional barriers that sought to limit her potential simply because she was a woman. This blog post celebrates Marie Curie's extraordinary journey, her pioneering role in the world of science, and her lasting impact on society and gender equality. Marie Curie was born Maria Skłodowska on November 7, 1867, in Warsaw, Poland, which was then under Russian occupation. The youngest of 5 children in a family of teachers, Curie displayed an insatiable curiosity and a remarkable aptitude for learning from an early age. Despite growing up in an environment where educational opportunities for women were severely limited, her family instilled in her the importance of education. Curie's father, a math and physics teacher, fueled her early interest in science by introducing her to the world of experiments and intellectual curiosity. However, as a woman in Poland, she was barred from enrolling in the country's universities, a roadblock that could have ended her scientific aspirations before they even began. But Curie was relentless in her pursuit of knowledge. Undeterred by the obstacles placed in front of her, Curie and her sister Bronisława became involved in an underground education movement known as the Flying University, a secret institution that allowed women to pursue higher education in defiance of Russian regulations. This determination to receive a formal education would set the stage for her groundbreaking future in science. At the age of 24, Marie Curie made the pivotal decision to move to Paris, where she enrolled at the prestigious Sorbonne University to study physics and mathematics. She lived in difficult conditions, often surviving on bread and tea due to her financial situation, but her unwavering dedication to her studies never wavered. Despite these hardships, Curie graduated at the top of her class in physics in 1893, and a year later, she earned a degree in mathematics. During her time at the Sorbonne, Curie immersed herself in a community of scientists who were at the forefront of the latest discoveries in physics and chemistry. It was here that she met Pierre Curie, a fellow physicist, and the man who would become her husband and lifelong research partner. Their partnership would change the course of science forever. Marie Curie's most significant scientific contribution came through her research on radioactivity. Her curiosity was piqued by the work of Henri Becquerel, who had discovered that uranium emitted rays that could expose photographic plates, even in the absence of light. Intrigued by this phenomenon, Curie embarked on a research project to explore this mysterious property of uranium. In her meticulous experiments, Curie discovered that the emission of these rays was not dependent on the physical or chemical state of the uranium, but was an intrinsic property of the element itself. She coined the term radioactivity to describe this phenomenon. Curie expanded her research to other elements, and in 1898 made one of her most famous discoveries, the elements polonium, named after her homeland Poland, and radium. This groundbreaking work earned her international acclaim and led to her first Nobel Prize in Physics in 1903, which she shared with Pierre Curie and Henri Becquerel. However, it's important to note that Curie initially faced resistance from the scientific community. The Nobel Committee originally did not include her name in the nomination for the Physics Prize, opting to only recognize Pierre and Becquerel. It was only after Pierre Curie insisted that Marie's contributions were acknowledged that her name was added. This was one of many instances where Curie had to fight for recognition in a male-dominated field, a struggle that continues to inspire women scientists today. Marie Curie's accomplishments were made all the more remarkable by the era in which she lived. At the turn of the 20th century, women were rarely seen or heard in scientific circles. They were often relegated to the sidelines, denied access to academic institutions, and barred from participating fully in scientific research. Curie shattered these expectations and forged a path for future generations of women in science. After Pierre Curie's tragic death in 1906, Marie was appointed to his professorship at the Sorbonne, making her the first woman to teach at the university in its 650-year history. Her appointment was a monumental step for gender equality in academia. In the face of deep-seated gender biases, Curie persevered and continued her groundbreaking research, proving herself not just as an equal to her male counterparts, but as a scientist of unparalleled brilliance. In 1911, Curie was awarded her second Nobel Prize, this time in chemistry, for her discovery of radium and polonium and her further investigations into the properties of these radioactive elements. She became the first person to win Nobel Prizes in 2 different scientific fields, a feat that remains unmatched to this day. However, her success came with its own set of challenges. Curie faced intense scrutiny and public criticism, not only for her scientific work, but also for her personal life. She endured vicious attacks from the press and the academic community, often fueled by misogyny and resentment of her success as a woman in a male-dominated profession. Nevertheless, she remained undeterred, continuing to push the boundaries of scientific knowledge. The discovery of radium and polonium had far-reaching consequences for both science and society. Radium, in particular, became widely used in medical treatments for cancer. Curie's work laid the foundation for the development of radiation therapy, which is still used today to treat various forms of cancer. This contribution alone has saved countless lives and cemented Curie's legacy as a benefactor of humanity. Her research also paved the way for advancements in nuclear physics and chemistry, leading to the discovery of nuclear energy. Although Curie herself did not live to see the full implications of her work, her contributions were instrumental in the development of atomic science, which would shape much of the 20th century. Beyond her scientific achievements, Curie's example as a pioneering woman in science inspired countless women to pursue careers in research and academia. She showed that women could not only participate in science, but also lead the way in cutting-edge discoveries. Her perseverance, despite the gender biases she faced, continues to serve as a symbol of strength and determination for women striving for equality in all fields. During World War I, Marie Curie put her scientific knowledge to use in a different way. She recognized the potential for X-rays to help in the treatment of wounded soldiers and took it upon herself to equip ambulances with mobile X-ray machines. These radiological cars, as they were called, were driven to the front lines of battle to provide medical care to soldiers, allowing doctors to accurately diagnose injuries and save lives. Curie personally trained nurses and doctors in the use of X-rays and even drove one of the ambulances herself. In addition, she established radiology units in field hospitals and helped treat over 1 million soldiers during the war. Her humanitarian work during this time was a testament to her belief in using science for the betterment of humanity. Marie Curie's legacy extends far beyond her discoveries of radium and polonium. She was a role model for generations of women who aspired to careers in science, medicine, and academia. Her groundbreaking work opened doors for women in fields where they had been historically excluded, showing that gender should never be a barrier to intellectual achievement. Curie's achievements also serve as a powerful reminder of the importance of perseverance in the face of adversity. And she overcame financial hardship, gender discrimination, and personal loss to become one of the most revered scientists of all time. Her life exemplifies the power of determination and the impact that one person can have on the world. In honor of her contributions to science and humanity, numerous institutions, awards and scholarships bear her name, including the Curie Institutes in Paris and Warsaw, which continue to conduct important medical research to this day. Additionally, Marie Curie Cancer Care, a charity in the UK, provides support to people with terminal illnesses, further cementing her influence in medical fields. Marie Curie's life and career serve as a reminder that while women have made great strides in science, there is still work to be done in achieving gender equality. The obstacles Curie faced more than a century ago remain relevant today as women continue to fight for equal representation, funding, and recognition in STEM fields: science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Curie's legacy is a call to action for both women and men to support equal opportunities in education and careers, particularly in the sciences. The progress made since Curie's time is undeniable, but there is still a need for greater diversity and inclusion in these fields. As we honor Curie's trailblazing career, we also celebrate the growing number of women who are following in her footsteps and breaking new ground in science and technology. Marie Curie's story is one of resilience, brilliance, and determination. She not only transformed our understanding of the atomic world, but also shattered gender norms, paving the way for future generations of women in science. Her relentless pursuit of knowledge, despite the numerous obstacles she faced, serves as an inspiring example of what can be achieved through hard work and perseverance. And today, as we celebrate Curie's immense contributions to science and society, her legacy lives on in the countless women she inspired to pursue careers in STEM. Her work in radioactivity, medical research, and humanitarian efforts continues to benefit humanity, while her role as a pioneer for gender equality remains a powerful source of inspiration. Marie Curie was, and always will be, a symbol of strength, innovation, and female empowerment, a trailblazer whose impact on the world is still felt today. Through her life and legacy, we are reminded that no dream is too big and no obstacle too great for those who have the courage to pursue their passions, regardless of societal expectations.